In CLMH, what we've found is that moving across the local authorities, that there's been a variety of different types of families that have been referred to us. So what we found, for example, in the Sefton region, is that we've had many of the families that have come over have been maybe the single parents or what's known as the lone parent families. So the particular approach that they will need, the types of support or mentoring that those families will need will be completely different to a neighbouring local authority, for example, Knowsley, who have found that there's been housing issues or debt issues. So we've got progress measures, distinct progress measures, which we've also been allowed to grow. The progress measures that were in the programme from day one, we've been allowed to add. So we've had families that have come into us that have said, you know, confidence and personal development, it's been one of the main reasons that I've not been able to go out and communicate with people, or never mind apply for a job interview, speak to someone in my local corner shop. Now that fundamentally has said, right, we need to write a progress measure, get something in place. We have a 3G mindset course which Reading Partnership and Training delivers, and we have a confidence building and personal development course that we've developed ourselves that the providers deliver to groups and individuals as well on an individual basis to guide them through that progress measure to where are they now, where do they want to be, what have the problems been that we're looking to overcome. So we've developed that progress measure, for example. There are progress measures that have been in place from day one, for example, housing issues. It's been great in Cumbria that a few of the clients have come through with housing issues. We've got a social landlord, Your Housing, who have been able to write, this is what we've put in place, A, B, C, D. They've also been able to share that intimately with our other providers who in Blackburn and in Lancashire who've had completely different, we have some BME communities, we've had people who've come across who've specifically said transport issues, getting about. So the development of the progress measures and fundamentally having trainers who can deliver those progress measures to the needs of the family. And we're constantly reviewing that. We're constantly reviewing it to make sure that are there other progress measures, other things that families are coming in saying, listen, it's X, Y, and Z that we actually need help with, or I actually need help assessing my parenting skills. Is there a course that I could go on? Because fundamentally that's stopping me from moving on to my confidence, to moving on to getting employment. We then look at procuring courses through our network, or maybe designing and delivering some courses in-house ourselves. The variety across the local authorities has been, it normally depends on where the actual pool of referrals come from. If you have a local authority, for example, John, who purely deal with children's centres as the main referral, which is fantastic, you're going to get a particular type of clientele. And I'm not looking to put people in boxes, but you're going to get a lot of families with possibly young children come onto the programme, whereas you've got other local authorities that say, no, if you classify yourself as a family and you might not have any children, but you're not working, you've got a history of generation, they're going to come with different progress measure issues. Potentially, most of the time they do, as to what happens in 2 LAs. So whilst we'll share that information, we've got different LAs who, depending on the need of the clients, I think that's the fundamental thing, that we've had to adapt to the needs of the clients, and we continue to do so fundamentally by obviously the progression of our progress measures and making sure we go back to the department asking, can we deliver this progress measure? We have a need for this progress measure.